Hey friends, today we're working on this little single cab short bed 4x4 step side V8 that I just picked up for $1,000 because her son hit a tree and damaged the rod support and this whole corner. I changed it all out from my parts truck already. Picked this parts truck up for about $800, $700 or so. Also a 4x4 5.3, but it's got all the parts I need, but the airbag's deployed because of the damage that it has. I already changed the airbag sensors up here. I've never done this before, but according to my buddy at the body shop, I got to change the airbag sensors and the airbag module, actually, which we're going to do yet, but this is about the airbags today. So first things first, the driver's side airbag and the steering wheel, stupid easy. Very, very, very easy indeed. So you got these. This is 03, by the way. 03 to 06, I believe, is all the same. You got those little pinholes in there, and all you do with them is actually grab this little pick here. I already changed it, as you can see over there. Stick that pin in there and you just push it. A little screwdriver would probably work, but the only thing holding those airbags in there, you got to be careful. A little screwdriver would actually work better because otherwise it just sticks past. But I put a little bit of pressure on it as I'm going and then pop it out, maybe wiggle it in and out, kind of like picking a lock if you're ever into that type of thing. But anyway, you got to feel the tumblers. Those slots are the only thing that's keeping that airbag in place there. Very, very easy. And of course, once you got it loose, these two color-coded things, you just press, pull. Same for both of them. Very freaking easy. Now we're on to the passenger airbag, which actually is surprisingly easy too. Some cars think you got to change the whole dash. Not in these. Pretty much all you need is a long 10 mil socket, ideally probably 1/4 inch is what I'm using. And then I think that's it, actually. So with your glove box, of course, make sure it's empty. You got that there. You just grab that, pull it down, and then in here you've got 10 mil bolt there and another 10 mil bolt there. And then you pull these out. Whole assembly, not much to it. They pop out pretty easy. They're just in there with these clips. So first I pop these out. They just sit in there. Pop your vents out, as you can see. Just sit in there like that. Pull them out. I think they're pretty robust, but be careful, of course. It's all plastic. It might break, but depending on where you're from, shouldn't be a big deal. They came out really easy for me. And then you pull out those two bolts in there. You reach in up here and up there. There's two more. One on each side, I should say. One right about there. You can feel it in behind there. One there, one there. Put your ratchet in there. Pretty simple to get at, actually. Nothing real hard about it. And then make sure you got all 4 bolts out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once you got that, of course, you got a harness plugged into the back. So then, where's Buddy at? Oh, there he is. He's coming to help me out already. Now, of course, this airbag's deployed already, but that's irrelevant. Makes no difference, I don't think. But I'll go ahead and pull that out. I cut out the airbag already. Here, hold that. Should be pretty simple. Shouldn't be much to pulling the whole assembly out now, I believe. I will wiggle this thing out now, and then we'll continue the video. Of course, I forgot to thread those screws out, so let's try again. Shouldn't be much to it. Let's get this cleaner out of the way. I think the easiest way is probably reaching in here, and then you'll feel the end of the airbag there, the whole assembly. Now, naturally, this is attached to your casing, but of course my airbag deployed already, so this came off, obviously. You can actually glue it back in pretty easy. If you don't care about an airbag light, you wouldn't even have to change it. So now, in behind here, we've got another harness, and typically these airbag harnesses, I would say probably turn it like this. Again, this is the first time I've ever done this, just bear with me. But these typically have a stupid little orange pin in there. You can see that if you look up close at the top of that clip there. You can see in the back, see if I can point to it, right there. We got to pull that out before we can pull the harness out. So let's do that. There we go, out. You got to push down on that tub and pull. This one's being difficult. Okay, see, once you've got it dropped down, you've got more access here. So then, is there something I'm missing here, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Oh, you can pause it for a bit. Okay, so you got to make sure you pull this little tab far enough downwards, because it's pretty stiff unit there. So I'll make sure. And when you got that off, there's your old airbag. Now we're going to go do the same thing to the other one. This one might have been a little harder to pull out because it deployed already. They've got some fancy crap in there. Never had one of these open before, but that looks pretty violent. Anyway, let's go do the same thing with the other one now. I figured while we're waiting here, I'll show you guys how to do these real quick. Here you go, buddy. So pretty simple. I grab up here and down there, pull straight out. So like that. Comes up pretty easy. Just like that. That's all there is to it. Take this one out. So we got this one out. Keep in mind, if it's not deployed yet, you got to push these edges past the inside. So it'll be a pretty tight fit. You got to really squeeze it through. And then of course we got to unplug it back there again. Same concept as before. Takes a little bit of pressure.
Not recording the whole time.
Okay, there's the new one. New one out of our old Chevy here. Drops it and deploys it. Let's not drop it and deploy it. I don't know if that would do it even. I'll have to do an experiment someday. Now, reverse the process. Back into this Chevy here. And then we're going to plug it in, pop it in. Now, before we put this in, we're going to clean it up a bit. You can pause it for a second. Okay, so my phone's about to die, so hopefully it doesn't actually, but if it does, not much to it. You just reverse the steps you took to begin with. Let's see if we can get this fit in here without doing any damage. Let's see. You might need a little screwdriver or maybe a plastic pry tool would probably work well to pop all this back in. Gotta fit it all in there. And then, once you got that, of course, you just reverse the process. You can pause it for now. Okay, so we got them snapped all in there. I actually ended up using the edge of this tool here, my clip bar, and I just pushed it in there like that, and behind there, and worked it in that way. And yeah, the last little bit just popped right into place like a clip. That's it. Got this one plugged in. Everything else is straightforward. You can reverse all the rest, and nothing else to it. Hey, I hope this video helps somebody, and as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask, and may God bless you.